Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, so today we're digging into a grade 6 English lesson. I know, sounds pretty simple, but what if I told you this lesson uses a really basic literary idea, point of view, to teach something, well, way bigger, a whole philosophy on how we see ourselves and each other? Let's get into it. So we kick things off with a story called The Missed Shot, and this one line, this is the very first thing we hear from the main character, Kayla. It comes right after this huge, critical moment in a game. It's just that raw, gut punch feeling of personal failure. I mean, who hasn't felt that, right? That awful, sinking feeling in your stomach when you think you've just completely blown it. But right away, the lesson makes you stop and think. It asks, hey, is one person's feeling, no matter how strong it is, ever really the whole story? Okay, first up, we're going to zoom right in on Kayla's side of things, because that powerful, personal feeling of failure, that's really the anchor for this whole lesson. So, from Kayla's point of view, that missed shot is, well, it's everything. It's not just some mistake in a basketball game. Nope. For her, it's a moment of total, crushing personal defeat. It just blots out anything else that happened. In her head, that one moment defines who she is. All right, now this is where things get interesting. The lesson starts to pull the camera back, to widen the lens. It brings in other characters, and they're here to kind of mess with that simple, harsh story of failure that Kayla's telling herself. And wow, this just lays it all out perfectly. Check out this table. You've got Kayla, and her thought is just, I let everyone down, total despair. But then look at the coach. The coach is thinking, I'm proud of her already. And her teammate, Mia, she's like, great try, Kayla, you carried us. It's the exact same event, but you've got three totally different realities. Kayla's stuck on the failure, the outcome, but everyone else, they saw the effort, the hustle, the fact she was a team player. So this is the whole point, right? The big idea, point of view, or POV. The lesson basically says it's the lens you're looking through. And when you start looking through other people's lenses, you suddenly get a picture that's so much bigger, so much more, well, compassionate. And then the lesson throws this question out there for the students to chew on. Who's really showing the most growth or strength here? Is it Kayla, who's wrestling with this feeling of failure? Or maybe it's the coach and Mia, who are showing strength by offering support and seeing a different reality? It's a really good question, makes you pause for a second. Okay, hold on, because this is where the lesson takes a really cool turn. We're moving away from just analyzing a story and into something much bigger. Almost a philosophical idea about perspective itself. So now a whole new point of view gets introduced. It's set up as this comparison. On one side, you have what you saw, a mistake, a failure. But on the other side, it's what he saw, a try, an act of faith. This completely reframes the whole thing. It's a divine perspective, one that doesn't even look at the result. It only sees the positive effort, the intention that went into it. And to make this idea really stick, the lesson uses this famous example from the Bible. You have Saul. Everybody saw him as this terrible persecutor, right? Because they were just looking at his past. But this other perspective, the divine one, saw him as Paul, a future apostle. Why? Because it wasn't looking at his past, it was looking at his potential. It's a total switch, judging by the past versus seeing the future. And this is the big moral of the story, what the lesson calls the truth to remember. It boils everything we've been talking about down to one powerful idea, that seeing things from this higher perspective is really all about believing in what people can become, not just what they've done or the mistakes they're making right now. So you gotta ask, why structure a 6th grade lesson like this? It's pretty deep. Let's pull back one last time and look at the actual educational philosophy behind all of this, the thing that connects the dots from a story about basketball to a big moral lesson. Okay, so the curriculum itself lays out a very clear 2-part philosophy. Step 1 is the idea that education and biblical morality have to go hand in hand. The thinking is that education without morality will hurt. Step 2, that building a spiritual mindset is really the only way to find peace. And the end goal of all this, according to the people who made the curriculum, is to get to a place of peace of mind. And they present this not just as some nice idea, but as a real, tangible outcome for students who really dive in and make this spiritual and moral framework a part of how they learn. And so that leaves us with this one last, really powerful question that kind of wraps up this whole journey. Think about it. We started with one character, Kayla, completely trapped by one single moment of failure, that missed shot.
And we ended up with a whole philosophy that challenges us to look past those moments, to see the potential in everyone. So the question for you is, what really changes when we start looking for potential instead of just looking at the past? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this one.